This is a mainline video inspection, 2345 Bradfield Drive, November 16th, 2015. We are accessing the main 4-inch sewer pipe from the ABS pipe that's installed at the cleanout on the main soil stack underneath the utility sink in the basement. The 4-inch cast iron pipe here, it's heading out the back, which would be the west side of the house. We're going to go roughly directly underneath the basement toilet as we head out towards the back of the house. A little bit of just soap residue and food waste build up there, about 16 feet. Right there on the right is where the kitchen sink is tying into the 4-inch pipe. Right there at 21 feet is where the toilet's tying in, that basement toilet tying in on the top there. So we're just about to head out the back of the house. Right there at 28 feet, we've just exited the back of the house, transitioning from the cast iron to clay tile pipe. You'll be seeing a lot of joints like this. That one's cut off. This clay tile is 2-foot long sections, but as they got back up closer to the house, they had to cut one of the tiles, make it a little shorter just to make the ends meet. But they're 2-foot long sections, fit together like a bell, one over the top of the next. Here's a good example of a properly fitted joint. It's good, solid, and true all the way around. Occasionally, because these clay tile joints weren't sealed up, they were just stuck together end to end in the ground. Sometimes if some water's leaking out, you can get some tree roots growing in there. Occasionally, like at this spot, you see on the top right there at about 2 o'clock, and from the bottom left where that black scum line is up to about 10 o'clock, you can see the shiny parts. It's a little bit of a clay soil that's actually just kind of squished through the side walls of the pipe. Nothing wrong with it. It's not causing any kind of a structural issue or concern to the pipe at all. It's actually a really good sign. It shows us that the pipe hasn't been cleaned out in a long time. It hasn't needed to be cleaned out in a long time. Tiny little bit of standing water there. The camera head, there's a ring of LED lights around the outside. The camera lens is in the middle. The whole camera head's about 2 inches in diameter. The camera lens itself is about 3/4 inch in diameter. That water is not even up to the bottom of the camera lens, so there's only about maybe a 1/2 inch of standing water. Nothing that's going to cause any kind of a risk to backups, but and there wasn't any sediment or sludge buildup in there, so no concern with that. Again, there another good little example of some of that clay that's up on the top. Then you can see on the right and left some very, very minor roots growing in on the sides. Lots of times those roots they'll grow in like that, just enough to get a steady little drink of water and never cause an issue. Never grow in aggressively enough to cause any risk to backups. Even if somebody tried to clean it out with a sewer cabling machine, I doubt they'd even be able to get those roots out of there. They're so minor. That and the tiny little earthworm you see there wiggling on the left. Hopefully I don't. A little bit more significant roots there at 73 feet and 77 feet. Again, nothing too terribly dramatic, but it'd probably be worthwhile to get those cleaned out sometime in the near future. This here is probably about the most aggressive root here at 93 feet. But again, like all the other spots, you can see there's no offset to the tile. The tile's straight and true all the way around. I'm going to flush a little water down here, rinse off the camera lens, but the pipe itself is structurally sound there. It just has some roots growing in through that joint. Okay, they're now at 96 feet. We're beginning our descent down towards the tap to the city main. And right here at 101 feet, it looks like the connection to the city main has been replaced. This PVC plastic pipe. Okay, as we went around that sharp plastic turn, put a little pressure on the joint, the fitting where the camera head attached to the reel, so had a little blackout there for a second. But now we're staring down into the city main. Looks like we are just beyond 100 feet here. That connection looks like it's in pretty good shape.